For a long time, I've wondered about the differences between the survival packages of the various brands of freeze-dried and dehydrated food. I'm kind of a fan of Mountain House, but I've seen the Wise brand, that's the WISE brand out there, and I have been just confused about this thing called number of servings and what the hell that really meant. So I went and resupplied my preps, my freeze-dried preps, and I picked up a big container of the Wise stuff. And I found some interesting differences between the two that I thought you guys ought to know. Here we go. So let's start with Mountain House, and as you can see, they talk about in this particular meal, the Mexican style rice and chicken, which is really good, by the way. They talk about 3 servings, and I go, well, what the hell is 3 servings? You know, I'm a hungry guy. By the time I'm finished, I want to eat something. Well, let's look at number of calories and number of servings. And that should tell you. So let's look at that first. So when you look at the nutritional label, what you see is the number of servings in this whole package is about 3. The number of calories per serving, which is the only number that really matters, is 210. Do the math. This package equals 1 real person's worth of food for 1 meal, which is 600 calories. If you try to split this up among 3 people, you are now trying to do humanitarian rations or starvation rations. The bottom line for Mountain House, and this is true for all of them, is 1 package equals 1 meal for 1 real person. Forget the number of servings for the most part. Here I'm looking at the Wise Savory Stroganoff. I love Stroganoff. But let's see what their nutritional value says. So when you look at their label, it says there are 4 servings in this package. And the calories per serving is 250. So that's about 1 person's worth of meal. Go figure about 1,100 calories-ish. Now, 1,100 calories is a big meal. It's still for 1 hungry person. You could split that among 2 people, 2 real people, if you are certain you're going to have another meal later that day, which would probably be about the same. So you would end up with about 2,000 calories. See how that works? Which is not bad. I'm sorry. You would end up with about 1,000 calories if you just split one of these twice in one day. The bottom line is, forget the number of servings. Don't try to compare numbers of servings. What you want to compare is how many calories are in the bag, and is that 1 person's worth of calories, or can 2 people reasonably split that? Now, a lot of people think 4 servings, that means I can split that in a family of 4. You try to do that and you're going to have a fist fight, and people are going to be hungry. It's just something to think about. Now let's talk about how to prepare these meals. So the prep time in this says boil, stir, blah, blah, which is typical, and it says let stand for 12 to 15 minutes. Well, you need to use my law about this, and you multiply that last number times 3. You're really going to let this sit and simmer for about 45 minutes. Why? So you don't have any surprises after you try to eat this. Now the other thing is you have to add this to a container. You have to add it to boiling water. pouch is not one of those reseal pouches where you can cook it in the bag. You have to actually put this in a pot. And you're going to need probably a 2-liter container. A 2-liter container. So that's 64 ounces roughly. Okay? That's for the water, which is 4 cups or 32 ounces, and what's in here so you don't have any spillover. What is the difference between that and Mountain House? For Mountain House, you boil the water, you put it in the bag, you stir it, and you let it stand. Now remember, take that last number and multiply times 3 and wait. The beauty of the Mountain House packaging is that it comes in a reseal bag. And you can barely see it right here. So you tear this part, the top off, and you reseal it, and you don't need another container to cook in like you would with the Wise product. So for me, I will probably need to go and buy a lightweight, backpackable 2-liter container. Now they both taste really, really good. So it's not about taste. It is about how you're going to prepare it and how much do you need for you and anybody else that's around. So I hope this has been helpful. I know it was helpful for me when I finally got some and I could do the comparison. Thanks for watching. Carry on.